What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol VXRT for Vaxart Inc. On the left-hand side, we have the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. First things first, this will, of course, be an update. You can see some of our older levels on the chart. I want to start from scratch here with a brand new drawing from the daily time frame chart, giving ourselves that roadmap. So here we go. There's critical support. Here's also critical support underneath us, kind of being violated on today's session. We do have some sloppier lower wicks underneath us, though, which are sort of at least worth mentioning, just in the sense that we do have some lows to contend with underneath. The chart direction isn't abundantly clear based on what we have in front of us. So that's really how I'd leave it off here from the daily perspective. And if I were to just do something like this, right, we're kind of chopping around back and forth in this range. It's not like we're cleanly trending in one direction versus another. Now, you could make the argument that, in the broader scheme of things, this is a little bit more bearish than bullish. The fact that from here, right, we are continuously getting lower highs as well as lower lows and lower lows here. So yeah, I would agree with you that that is a longer to medium term downtrend in effect. But in the past couple of days, it's certainly been up and it's certainly been back down. So overwhelmingly, no abundantly clear trend from a shorter term, right, like what's right in front of us type of perspective. Now you could look at this and start to say, hey, this is kind of turning into a bit of a head and shoulders pattern, and you would be absolutely correct in saying that. And the flush point, the neckline breakdown, is kind of like right in here, right? You could kind of draw a support trend line. You may make the argument that it's this horizontal level here at that 619, which is why I was pointing out that we have these sloppy wicks underneath that we do need to contend with before we likely make any sort of directional move. Now, yes, if we do start printing and spending more time underneath 617, I would agree with your argument that yes, that is becoming more bearish, breaking down underneath the neckline of the head and shoulders pattern that we have here from the daily time frame chart. If you're going to get bullish on this stock, where's that sort of line in the sand? I would really start paying attention to this shorter term resistance trend line. And again, if we can clear that, then fine. Maybe there's a chance to move back higher. I would really opt to be even more conservative, noting the medium term downtrend, and wait for a breach of 727 to get kind of back up above this to start contending with 8 and then potentially making some higher highs after that. That's what I'm seeing from the daily perspective. Let's take a quick look at the 30-minute. Certainly on today's session, all over the place. So the 930 bar, big upper wick, big lower wick on the 1030 bar, or excuse me, 10 o'clock bar rather, and that established the entire range on the day. So let's just come in with the fibs from the high down to the low, and what we'll notice is that we sort of didn't exactly, but we found equilibrium just moving back and forth and tightening up. I wouldn't be surprised if, we just continue to consolidate and really don't get any direction until we break today's range. Now, you could get the advanced heads up based on, again, that 617 number right here. You can see we consolidated and used that as lows towards the end of the day. I'm going to remove those fibs, by the way. Or you could get the advanced heads up to the upside if we start taking out, roughly this 638. Again, I wouldn't really even get too involved to the long side until we break that resistance trend line. But for maybe a scalper, if we can clear this intraday resistance, maybe the move is into here, some of these highs. And again, it's not the prettiest thing in the world. We do have more interaction at the 652 from that area of support there, then turning to resistance here, a little bit more choppy through it in more recent times. But if I were to scrunch up the 30-minute chart, you could make the argument that maybe there's a level closer to here, 663. Overwhelmingly, I would stay away from the upside until once again we quite simply break that resistance trend line. So that's what I'm seeing from both perspectives. You have levels to pay attention to, targets both up and down, and some scenarios to watch out for. If you enjoyed today's video or learned anything new, let me know in the comments section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description. And all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.